In this lecture, we will complete this question. Pentagonal lamina of 25 side, which is resting on one of its side, with its opposite corner touching VP, and its surface makes an angle of 60 degree with the HP. So, as per the first condition, it is resting on one of its side, one of its edge, and for the second condition, while resting on one of its side, it is making 60 degree with the HP. And as per the third condition, you have to remember the opposite corner to the resting side. That opposite corner to the resting side is touching VP. So that will be our third condition. So let's start with this question. So this is our pentagon. 5 enter edge method, first point, and 25 edge. So this is our pentagon, which have 25 edge length, and these are the notations. Now C, D, and E. So we are considering this pentagon is resting on one of its side, and this is our resting side AB. Now just copy this thing and move it. Okay, so this while resting on HP on one of its side AB. In the top view, we will have the pentagon, and in the front view, again, these are the extremities, right extreme. This one will be our first, and this is our second segment. So front view will be from here to here. Completing the front view in 2 segments. Now you can change these lines to construction layer. Now name these front views. This point will represent A dash and B dash. This one E dash and C dash, and here this one is D dash. Now this is our first condition while our pentagon is resting on AB edge. Now for the second condition, while resting on this AB, the surface should make an angle of, let's see, surface makes an angle of 60 degree with HP. So just copy this thing, move to the right. Now you have to, this is our resting edge AB, so this point represents this edge AB. So now you have to make sure this edge should stay on the reference line. Now select this thing and rotate it by 60 degree, because our surface makes an angle of 60 degree with the HP. You can check whether it is at 60 or not. So when we rotate the surface by keeping this on the reference, or by keeping this on this edge on the HP, the surface makes 60 degree. Then only we will have a inclined line in the front view, which is at 60 degree. Now from this inclined line, or from this front view, we have to trace out our top view. So this is our point D, which is on this vertical line. Now from here, draw a horizontal line which will intersect with this. Now you can see, just copy this thing. Now this is our point D. Now we have to find out the remaining point. So this is our, from this point we will have this vertical line, and on this vertical line we do have point E and C. So this is going to be C. Now just copy these 2 points. This is C and this one is E. Now again, this is our AB dash, which is on the reference line. So A dash and B dash will lie on this vertical line. Now just create a horizontal line from A. This is going to be A, and this, after this horizontal line, we will have a point B. Now just copy this thing. This is A. Now connect these corners, A, B, C, D, A. Now you can remove these lines, construction lines or projectors or projection lines. So we do not require them. Just remove this. So this is our Pentagonal Lamina, which is resting on this edge AB, and while resting on this, the surface makes an angle of 60 degree. That is our front view is an inclined line, which is at an angle of 60 degree with the HP. So out of this front view, we have our top view, which is a little bit compressed as compared to the previous one. Now for the third condition, in the third condition it is given the opposite one of his side with its opposite corner touching VP. So the opposite corner to the resting side, this is AB is our resting side, and the corner opposite to this side is D. You can see here this D. And as per the third condition, it has been asked in the question. You have to make sure this opposite corner to the resting side should touch the VP. So you have to rotate it in such a way that after rotation it be going to coincide with the reference line. So just select this thing, now copy and rotate it in such a way then after rotation it will coincide with this thing. So just rotate it first. I'm going to rotate it by 90 degree. Now I'm just going to move this thing to the reference line. Select and reference line. Now you can see this point D, which is opposite to the resting side, is on the reference line, or it is touching the VP, because above the reference line we have vertical plane and below the reference line we have horizontal plane. So whatever below the reference line, whatever angle it makes with the reference line, it means it is making it with the VP. And you can contradict vice versa this thing, like whatever in the front view makes an angle with the reference line, and theoretically or logically it is making that angle with the HP, because below the reference line we have HP. Now from this, as per the condition, the corner opposite to the resting side is touching the VP. Now from this you have to trace out the front view. So D is here and D dash is here. And this is our C and E. Now you have to trace out this is our C dash, and this is going to be E dash. Now just copy these points, E dash and C dash. Now we need A and B. As we know, AB is the resting side, and it is on the HP, and it should stay on the HP. So just trace this point. A will be on the reference line, so to here. B on the reference line. So this is going to be A dash, and this one here, second one is B dash. Now connect these points, A, B, C, D, E, and again A. Now you can remove these lines, construction lines. So now you can see, as in the question it has been asked, this pentagonal lamina is resting on one of its edge, which is AB in this case. So while resting on HP, top view will appear like the exact pentagon with side as 25 mm, and in the front view we will have a straight line. And while the surface resting on, while keeping this edge on the HP, makes an angle of 60 degree with the HP. So in front view we will have a straight line which is at 60 degree, and from this front view we will trace out our top view, which is going to be a little less in thickness as compared to the previous one. Now as for the third condition, it has been asked the opposite corner to the resting side, which is point D, it should touch the VP. So after rotation we have moved this point D to the reference line, because above the reference line we have VP. So as per the condition, we move this point D to the reference line. So now this opposite corner to the resting side is touching the VP. From here we have traced out our front view, and you can see AB is the resting edge, so it should not uh, move from the HP. So here it is on the HP, assumed to be on HP, and here you can see as for the second condition it stays on the HP. A dash B dash stays on the HP, and as per the third condition, after rotation and detaching the VP again, you can see A dash B dash H, it stayed on the reference line or on the HP because it is the initial condition. Okay, this is our D point. So this is our solution to this question. Okay, thank you.